Hello, it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. How are you today on this Saturday morning? So, slightly different Simple Stamping Saturday this morning. For those of you who watched me on Thursday, where I had another recorded rather than live video, I'm away this weekend and little grenades are being thrown at me from right, left and centre. Everything should be okay for going away. So I should be in Birmingham when you're watching this, but it's just been a little frenetic. So I'm still doing a video for today, but it is slightly different from what I was hoping to do. So let me flip the camera down and put the other light on. So this is what I'm going to be showing you today. It is the Colorful Kaleidoscope Kit, which I have not yet opened. To be honest, I lost it. I knew it was somewhere in my studio, couldn't find it. This morning, which is Thursday when I'm recording this, I decided that the only way I was going to get to Birmingham was to tidy my studio first, because everything was just all over the place. And guess what I found? So all good. So let me open it, because I do like to always show you the new kits. And I know this isn't new, and I know for some of you, you have got another new kit already, but that hasn't arrived in Europe yet. So this is I think our latest, maybe, anyway, it's fairly new. So we're using grey granite, so I'm going to grab my large grey granite. We always get in the kits a new block, which is the same size as a D block. It's just not our lovely ergonomic blocks. It's a really good block to start with. D block is a really, really good size to start with. It's very general. But I've got my ergonomic blocks, so I'm going to use those. So let's pop that in my block drawer. I have quite a lot of those, not drawers, but the blocks. And let me grab grey granite, which is there. So I've got my large grey granite, and my blocks are where they always are. I've got a stamp set, which, let's have a look. We've got thank you. Thanks, I can't thank you enough. Wishing you a magical birthday, just because you're so special to me. And I love you so much. And finally, may your day be filled with light and love. So let us start. We always have full colour instructions, which tell you on the back what you should have and how many of the supplies you should have, so how many cards you can make. So there's enough for 9 cards, which are 3 each of 3 designs. The coordinating colours are the now retired Bermuda Bay, Calypso Coral, Gold, Grey Granite, Night of Navy and Petal Pink. But Coastal Cabana would work just as well. So let me open up and start with our first card. So we've got all these lovely envelopes which are patterned on the inside. So we've got 3 designs, and they're all with this kaleidoscope look, because it is the kaleidoscope kit. So I'll pop those to one side for the moment. We've got card bases. So we've got Night of Navy, Calypso Coral and Grey Granite. Oh, that's lovely. Then we have got some dimensional strips, some mini dimensionals, some gold elements, and some coloured elements. Generally speaking, we get spares of anything we need to stamp on, which is always useful, so that if things don't go quite as planned, we're all right. We've got some gold dots, and they are domed, so they're really nice chunky dots. We've got some glue dots, we've got some laser cut elements in Petal Pink, White and Bermuda Bay. So for my first card, I need one of the Bermuda Bay ones. I need a Night of Navy card base, which is that one. I need a gold label, or gold edged label. The thank you stamp, and obviously a block to put it on. I'm going to use a C block. I'm just going to check for pips, because I do not like pips on my die cuts. Pips are the little bits of card that are that hold the pieces together when they're in the post. Before they arrive, I will probably use my own glue dots. Right, so the first thing I need to do is prep my stamp. I generally just rub it on my hand just to make sure that there's none of the non-stick left on it, because there is a non-stick spray used in the manufacturing process. Open up my ink pad, ink my stamp, and I'm going to be changing out my grid paper anyway, so that looks perfect. And you want your label so that it's got a point top and bottom, and then we're stamping between the two straight edges. I'm going to just ink that up a bit more. That looks better. Tongue out, because you always need your tongue out when you're stamping. And there we go. Oh, it's not stamped brilliantly, but it's okay because we have a spare. So what I'm going to do is grab, I was going to grab my sponge pad. Let me find it, because I've packed it for the weekend. Here we go. So if you do find that you're not stamping terribly well, in fact, I'm going to see if I can rectify this by stamping over it again. So let me ink up my, I'm going to start by stamping on the back. See, that doesn't look too bad. So let's ink up. I think I need to re-ink my grey granite is probably the issue. So if I am very careful, I might be able to line everything up. And I have! Hurrah! Hurrah and la la. So yes, I need to re-ink my grey granite, which I will do later, because I don't know where my grey granite re-inker is at this precise moment. So I've got that, I've got this, and the instructions tell me, and they're all visual, but the instructions tell me that I've got to put strips of dimensional on each of the sides, and then 3 mini dimensionals in strategic places. So let me grab some mini dimensionals, which I've already got open, and I'll pop those in place first. So one there. Basically we're doing every other diamond. Like that. And I need my strips. And I need 4 of those, so let's pull 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just pop one on each of the straight edges. That's 1. So I hope you're all planning a nice weekend. The weather forecast for the UK this weekend really doesn't know what it's supposed to be doing. It can't decide whether it's going to be wet or hot and sunny. So we will find out in the fullness of time. as I'm recording this, we've got what I would call a Simpson sky. So it's blue sky with puffy clouds. Apparently we might get a thunderstorm, but it doesn't look like that sort of sky. But who knows? We've been having very, very bizarre weather recently, so I really don't know what we're going to expect. Oh. Right, last of these. And then we take this, line it up over the pattern, and with a bit of luck and a fair wind, it will marry up nicely. There we go. Then we need, now I had a very interesting comment on one of my Instagram videos asking me what tool I was using for the rhinestones, and I was using my Take Your Pick. And the suggestion was, and this fits in really well with something I was planning anyway, the suggestion was to show people what you could do with the Take Your Pick. As I am planning a new Stampers series, I will include what you can do with your Take Your Pick as one of those videos. So, right, now this is going to be kind of weird. So this has got to go on here on dimensionals. How we're supposed to know where the dimensionals are going to hit, I do not know. I'm going to use some bits of dimensional that I have lying around, because I think I feel a little safer using larger bits of dimensional than the little bits. So, thank you goes just there. And then we can fold the card, grab a bone folder, and that is our first kaleidoscope card. So let me pop that away and grab the next one. So we need the grey granite background. We need the Just Because stamp. So let me clean the stamp I've got out. Another question that I was asked was, do I use the Stampin' Scrub and the Stamping Mist with my photopolymer stamps? And the answer is absolutely. Before we had the chamois, it was the only cleaning opportunity we had. So I would absolutely use my mist and my scrub on photopolymer. No reason not to. Right, again, we've got 4 of these labels, so with luck I will get a decent image first time, but I'm going to just be careful and put it on the back just in case. We've got 3 of these Night of Navy strips, and we'll then need 3 of the gold dots. So, prep my stamp first. The other way you can do this is to just get a white eraser and just rub over with that. You could stamp it a couple of times and clean it a couple of times. That also works. Oh, and I need a petal pink laser cut. There we go. Right, so let me see if I can find the juicy part of my grey granite. This is the wrong side. Yeah, I think it's just a little dry. So having done it successfully on the back, let's see if I can do it successfully on the front. I'm bringing in my piercing mat just to give it an extra bit of bounce, which does help to transfer the ink. There we go. Close that up again. And we're doing 3 strips of the long dimensional pieces on this top piece, and then 1 on the bottom. Now I'm going to cut there and there. And I think that will be, yeah, perfect length for the top. Now obviously you can only do 2 this long, but the suggestion is that it will work perfectly well with the small strips, but as I've got the edge pieces, I'm going to use them. There we go. And also do they want dimensionals there? Does look like it. I'm actually going to use the dimensionals that were in the pack, because what I have realised is that these are very fractionally fatter than standard dimensionals. So in order for things not to dip in the middle, you kind of want to use the same size. So let's add a dimensional to the middle of each of these bits. Oop, just want the one. So remove the backing. And then all we have to do is pop it together. But it's a really fun set, this. And I love laser cut elements. It's something that you really can't get yourself. Ooh, that bit's just flipped down. Let's pop it back up. It's not something that would be terribly easy to replicate at home, the laser cut pieces, so it's great to get the opportunity to use them through a kit. So again, we're trying to line up with the printed element as much as we can. There we go. And I am going to stick my gold pieces on at this point, purely because it covers up the bit of dimensional that is exposed through the laser cut element. Right, okay, so that's that. So I want 2 more dimensionals, 1 at each end of the navy strip. And then the stamped element goes over the top with just glue dots. So let's pop this down first, like that, and then this just needs a couple of glue dots, and I will use my own because they're much easier to get the paper backing off than the ones that come with the kits. The ones with the kit for the kits are great because it means if you need any glue when you're travelling, you've got little glue dots that you can use. It's quite warm in here today, so getting things off, adhesive things off, is a little bit tricky, but it's okay. We're doing fine. Right, so that's the next one done. So that's that card. Let me grab the last one, which by definition is going to be that and that. And our last set of instructions, we want wishing you a magical birthday, which is ironic to a degree because I've just been re-watching for the umpteenth time the Harry Potter films. So magic is kind of where I am at the moment. Back in the day, I worked for the office that placed the insurances for the Harry Potter films. I worked for a film and TV insurance brokers, and because they were filmed in the UK, quite close to where our offices were, and we were film and TV experts, we were asked to place the insurances. And I was the only person in the office at the beginning of the filming who had read the books, so I was doing a kind of translation of what everything meant. Like, what's Quidditch when it's at home? So, yeah, good memories. Right, again, I'm going to make sure that I can stamp properly on the reverse before I stamp on the front in anger. That's not the card I want. I want the Calypso Coral one, which is that one. So, and that's not the one I want. Dear, dear. It's that one I want. It's the white one. I bet you were all screaming at me, Liz, you've got the wrong bits. Perfect. So, wishing you a magical birthday. There we go. So, card is obviously going to be that way. We need a strip on each of the edges. So, 1. 2. 3. And the last one, 4. And one in the middle, a baby one in the middle, like that. Okay, so, oh, and I also need a gold strip, which I will grab in a moment. Oop. And the last one. So this goes, again, we're going to, I didn't take the sticker off the dimensional in the middle. There we go. So this is going to line up with the pattern. Like that. I need a gold strip from here. And that definitely needs a bit of depipping. I have to be careful when I say that, because in the summer months we have a bat that flies round our garden. I say a bat, it's probably not one bat, it's probably 2 or 3 bats that fly round, but we always think it's just the one bat. And it's a pipistrelle bat, so we call it Pip the pipistrelle. And I don't want to de-pip anything, because Pip's wonderful to watch as basically town mice, because we moved from a London suburb, gosh, 8 years ago, something like that. We are definitely still town mice, so for us it's just wondrous what we can see from our own windows. Right, and I need dimensionals for this. So 1, come on, 2. And then this goes on the right way up so that it's in the middle of the gold strip. Fold the card, bone folder, and we are done. So let me grab the cards and show you the cards in this kit, and they are really fun. So not our usual Simple Stamping Saturday, but I hope you found that enjoyable. Hope it gives you an idea of the kit. Oh, I've missed out a gold thing in the middle of the last card. So let's add my gold thing. There we are. So yes, I hope you found that fun. I hope it gives you an insight into what is in that kit and that maybe you will buy it. Have a fantastic rest of your week, or weekend I should say. Do remember that if you've got any questions or comments, those go below the description bar. In fact, let me get my ugly mug back up again. There we are. So yes, those go below the description bar. If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up is always appreciated. Don't forget that if you wish to see future videos, you can do that just by subscribing, and if you want to know when I go live, hit that alert bell as well, and the subscription button is in the bottom right hand corner of this screen, so really easy to do. If you are in the UK, Ireland, France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands or Belgium, and you either want to purchase Stampin' Up items, or best deal at the moment is the joining kit, because you get extra in your joining kit until the end of June, then you can see all that information over on my website, or there's a shopping link and a join link in the description bar. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Take care for now. Bye.